Welcome to this episode Building a Pharma 4 Center of Excellence Strategic Imperative for C level executives. My name is Jayan Joshi. I am having a channel Center of Excellence Pharma 4. Building a Pharma 4 Center of Excellence is a strategic imperative for C level executives to drive digital transformation and maintain competitiveness in the pharmaceutical industry. The factors which we are going to discuss over here is enhanced efficiency and innovation. A Pharma 4 Center of Excellence enables to optimize the manufacturing processes through advanced technologies like artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, and data analytics, potentially reducing the machine downtime by up to 30 to 40%. Real-time monitoring and predictive maintenance are the key components to improve overall equipment effectiveness. Improvement in quality control and compliance is another factor. The Center of Excellence can focus on implementing automated compliances checking and reporting system with a good documentation. Enhancing quality control through real-time monitoring and artificial intelligence drives the good, excellent, accurate analysis. Developing a holistic control strategy that aligns the ICH quality guidelines and Pharma 4 requirement also helps in improving the quality control and compliances. What are the strategic advantages? Establishing a center of excellence for a company, for a pharma company, requires a competitive differentiation through advanced digital capabilities. Next is faster response to marketing changes and the customer requirements. Third factor is enhanced collaboration across the complete supply chain value chain and breaking it down to the organization silos. Another challenge is talent development and cultural transformation. That's basically a change management. The center must consider following factors is upskilling and reskilling of the workforce to support a technology-rich environment. The next factor is cultivation of a quality culture that embraces innovation and continuous improvement. The third is development of cross-functional teams and multi-skilled teams to essentially look out for a Pharma 4 implementation. Another key component is cost reduction and efficiency improvement. Pharma 4 Center of Excellence can help in significant cost savings by adopting artificial intelligence, which can potentially generate an annual value up to 410 billions by 2025 for pharmaceutical companies. This is based on to the data available from the internet. Optimized inventory management and supply chain operations also leads to improvement in productivity, performance, and profitability. Reducing the wastage and improving the resource allocation helps in a better decision making by a data-driven system. By establishing a Pharma 4 Center of Excellence, C-level executives can drive the digital transformation which is necessary to remain competitive in the market, to improve the operational efficiency of the organization and enhance quality which assures up satisfaction with the patient and accelerate innovation in a rapidly evolving pharmaceutical landscape. This involves about different elements in the operating model. There are four main components which are considered over here. The first is the resources which are used for entire digital supply chain. This refers to the tangible assets like human capital, machinery, equipment, and finally the finished product which is going to the market. This emphasizes adaptive and flexible resources, with humans being focusing on those strategic and creative roles into the complete manufacturing and distribution operation, while automating the various systems which can handle repetitive tasks, especially into manufacturing, in storage, warehouse, distribution, logistics. This includes modular equipment, robotics operations, and if possible, even a 3D printing, which can streamline the entire manufacturing processes operations. The second component is information systems. This involves the capturing of the data and advanced data processing, storage, and transferring the data to the various stakeholders. This enables a real-time monitoring and decision making, which improve the operational efficiency. When I say a real-time monitoring, is the data is captured by adoption of Internet of Things. The data is transferred using a cloud technology. It has a artificial intelligence algorithm, and then that data is shared to the decision makers for data-driven decision-making systems. This integrates enterprise resource planning systems, manufacturing execution systems, laboratory information systems to create a holistic value network and cover the complete end-to-end traceability of either a order or a product or a batch. The third component is organization and processes. Organizations are focusing on the reshaping of the organization structures when we are moving to Center of Excellence and Pharma 4. And then that process has to be more agile, more flexible, and more responsive so that the quick decision making is taken for a better improvements. This moves from a traditional hierarchical models to empower value-driven systems which are more flexible, which are more agile into the processes. Emphasizing the cross-functional collaboration is a key important area so that the silo system is moved and then there is a more collaboration into the various departments, various functions, either into the organization or even outside stakeholders, which breaking down the organization silos and there is a more collaboration. The fourth parameter is culture. This emphasizes the need of cultural transformation to support the Pharma 4 implementation. Earlier systems are traditional systems and we are moving from traditional to the digital systems and all that. So, promoting a quality culture that embraces innovation and continuous improvement is a key component for improving, moving towards the Pharma 4 and Center of Excellence. This encourages adaptive behavior and a real-time monitoring for evidence-based management so that you have a correct data which leads to better decision making, data-driven decision making. So these are the four components or elements which are supporting the enablers such as achieving the digital maturity, data integrity by designing, which is very crucial for supply chain implementation in successful for the Pharma 4 transformation. Now, when we think about this, what are the benefits which we are going to get? So, benefits of implementing with an holistic approach or with a strategy for the Pharma 4, I've discussed over here. The first benefit is it enhances the quality control and compliances. As you know, we are discussing about Pharma 4. The pharma industry is having lot of regulatory compliances and those things, and enabling real-time monitoring of the entire process, entire data is very critical as far as the quality contributors, attributes or the parameters which are there. This helps in automating compliance checks and recording, which further simplifies the audits and ensure that all data or all processes are adhered to industry standards. Second benefit is it improves efficiency and productivity. This optimizes the manufacturing processes potentially by reducing the machines or equipment's downtime, which normally in the present system it may be very high, and a possible reduction could be 30 to 40%. Streamlines digital workflows for efficient production loops, better communication with the department, with all stakeholders, and which can lead to faster, better, improved decision making. The third benefit is it is a data driven decision making system. So earlier it was more onto the human based, knowledge based system, while we are now shifting from traditional to the digital system, which helps the right data for a better decision making. The real time data can be evaluated for the complete value chain or the supply chain, and that helps in optimizing management decision. This also leverages advanced analytics. As we discussed, we are moving towards a digital system. Artificial intelligence helps in better, smarter maintenance, reduces the bottlenecks. Either it could be machine availability, material availability, other resources availability, and that can lead to better decision making. Fourth benefit is it enhanced supply chain management. This resolves supply chain issues by breaking silos and improving the information sharing. As you know, we are using material, machines, manpower. These are the various resources used into supply chain, and better availability of all this data with all the stakeholders can improve the information sharing. And this real-time tracking about the products, batches at the various manufacturing stages improve the visibility and improve the inventory management and then better supply chain management. The fifth benefit is regulatory compliances. This helps facilitate a more proactive and risk-based approach to compliances and validation. And it also satisfied the regulatory requirements as per the Food and Drug Administration and other requirements like 21 CFR Part 11, ICH and all that. And then those guidelines data is available. Based on to our experience during last 35 years, we observed that the 30 to 40% efficiency is improved, and it offers a better documented data managed systems. Increase innovations and competitiveness. fosters the cultural and continuous improvement and innovation. The culture shifts from the static systems to the dynamic systems, which helps always thinking about improving the processes, systems, technologies, and that can lead to better competitiveness. And enables exploration of the new opportunities and solution and builds up so more capability and competencies. Thus, by implementing a holistic control strategy, pharmaceutical companies can create a more transparent, efficient, and compliant manufacturing process, which ultimately leads to improved product quality and patient safety. Now, transitioning of the Pharma 4 model basically has certain challenges, and pharmaceutical companies are more focused on to supporting those their regulatory requirements and more challenges, which we are going to discuss it over here. The challenge first is there is a significant investment cost. Now, implementing this advanced technologies requires substantial financial resources in infrastructure, like you need a hardware, software, maybe industrial Internet of Things, sensors, and all that. And then you need a talent which may have to be acquired, and there they may need to train onto various technologies and operating procedures and systems. And especially smaller companies may find that these costs are particularly very high and they are prohibitive. Second is challenge is regulatory compliances. Ensuring compliance with the stringent regulatory standards is a big challenge for the pharma and regulatory industry. When you are adopting to the new technologies, you have to get familiar with the technology and then try to see that you don't make any mistakes. And since the data is captured directly, there are less possibilities of making any mistakes, but you have to ensure that the processes are followed as per the strict guidelines or standard operating processes which are defined. And companies must adopt to evolving these regulations and demonstrate that the new systems also satisfy all those regulatory requirements and maintain the quality standards. The third challenge is integration of the legacy system. Many pharmaceutical companies are still relying on to the outdated legacy systems that are not easily compatible with the modern digital technologies. By integrating these systems with the new solution requires a very careful planning when you are shifting from old systems to the new system. The transition is very challenging, and then that execution needs to be planned. The fourth challenge is data privacy and security concerns. The increased use of data analytics and artificial intelligence raises more concerns about the data privacy and security, especially since the industry handles a very sensitive data about the materials, products, quality standards, maybe the various stakeholders like suppliers, contract manufacturers, logistics providers, and this ensures the compliance with the data protection regulation is very critical. Talent acquisition and retention is the fifth challenge. When you're planning to shift to a pharma for necessities, a workforce has to be skilled in the data analytics, artificial intelligence, and machine learning, because these are the technologies which are quite regularly used during the transformation and during the implementation. So, attracting and retaining such talents is a main challenge, and these skills are significantly required, and they can help in achieving a competitive job market. Cultural change management. Transitioning from the old legacy systems to the digital transformation Pharma 4 system to help to create a center of excellence requires a cultural shift within the organization at all operating levels. So moving from traditional hierarchy structure to more agile, flexible, collaborative environment is a main challenge. And this change can meet resistance from employees accusing to the established legacy systems. The seventh challenge is complexity of implementation. The implementation of new technologies involves multiple stakeholders coming together and they require to work in coordination across the various departments. As we know, when we discuss about the complete digital supply chain management, it starts from the demand forecasting, sales and operation planning, going to the procurement, about the material receipt, quality standards, manufacturing operation, going to the warehouse, and then to the logistic, to the supplier. So this entire complexity is needs to be coordinated, which is quite a complicated system. So the eighth challenge is risk management. The introduction of advanced technologies increases the operational risk, including cybersecurity threats and potential disruption during this transition phase, which is a very important in the present scenarios. So when you are thinking about all these factors, addressing these challenges requires a strategic approach. You should have a clarity, what you are going to invest, in which areas you are going to invest, in technologies, in training, in transformation, how you are going to collaborate with the outside technology partners, and how this proactive engagement will be carried forward with the regulatory bodies to ensure successful implementations of the pharma. I hope I've been able to discuss about these challenges of building up a strategic partnership network for Pharma 4 and building up that critical structure. Thank you. Bye.